My name is Jessica, and this is my trip to Africa. First stop, Cape Town, South Africa. When I first arrived in Cape Town, I spent a long time wandering around the city and admiring everything that it had to offer. I had also learned that Cape Town's motto is Spes Bona, which is Latin for Good Hope. Next, I visited the Castle of Good Hope, which I found to be truly beautiful. It's actually the oldest existing colonial building in South Africa, as it was built between the years 1666 and 1679. Next, I hit up Camps Bay and had a lot of fun swimming in the ocean and playing in the waves. I also discovered that Camps Bay is one of the most popular tourist attractions in Cape Town, and many supermodels and rock stars have visited there too. After that, I took the aerial cable to Table Mountain and was amazed by the sight of all the small buildings that I looked down on. The mountain's highest point is 1,086 meters, which is 3,563 feet above sea level. To end the day, I took a relaxing trip to Two Oceans Aquarium. The aquarium has over 3,000 marine life available for viewing. It was pretty amazing to see. Next up, the Kalahari Transfrontier Park. When I first arrived, all I saw was vast land that contained almost nothing, but the more I explored, the more I learned about the terrain. It consists of red sand dunes, sparse vegetation, occasional trees, and dry riverbeds. I had also spotted some wildlife. There were gemsboks, which are desert antelopes and the emblem of the park. There were also surrogates, more commonly known as meerkats, who are hyperactive omnivores. Black-maned Kalahari lions, who are known to be the fierce kings of the Kalahari. Sociable weavers, who are small birds with the ability to build huge nests. And last but not least, pygmy falcons, who are often seen preying on sociable weavers. Next stop, Chobe National Park, Botswana. The sight of all the wildlife living in the park was incredible. There were Kalahari elephants, who are the largest elephants of all known populations. There were also South African cheetahs who prey on antelopes and Cape hares. I spotted a few giraffes and zebras too, and I learned that giraffes only have 2 gaits, which are ways of walking, whereas zebras have 4. There were also some hippopotami who are considered to be one of the most dangerous animals in Africa. Lastly, I saw some gnus, who are wildebeests that can hear alarm calls of other animals to lower their risk of predation. Next up, Victoria Falls, Zimbabwe. I have to admit, the rushing waters of Victoria Falls was probably one of the most gorgeous sights I've ever seen. While there, I learned that the Zambezi River flowed into the Indian Ocean. While I was there, I decided to go swim in Devil's Pool. It was pretty terrifying, but also very fun. With my final activity of the day, I decided to go whitewater rafting on the Zambezi Gorge. Next stop, Kibale Forest National Park, Uganda. When I arrived, I realized that I had never seen so many monkeys in my entire life. That was because the forest is a home to lots of endangered chimpanzees. It also contains about 229 different species of trees. It's also a very important destination for ecotourism and safaris due to its population of primates. Next stop, Nairobi, Kenya. When I first laid eyes on the city, I thought it was beautiful. Then, I learned that 46% of the population of 38.3 million people are living below the poverty line, meaning that they earn less than the average yearly income. I also discovered that 68% of the population have immunization coverage, which prevents illnesses, disabilities, and death from vaccine-preventable diseases. Next up, Mogadishu, Somalia. Visiting there was a risky decision, and honestly, I felt pretty unsafe. But I still managed to visit the Mogadishu Mosque and the Mogadishu Old Town. However, tourists are not advised to visit Mogadishu because of a very high threat from terrorism, resulting in being very unsafe and in danger. My final stop was Timbuktu, Mali. While there, I was able to visit the historical Jinweber Mosque. The mosque was built in 1327, making it 689 years old. And that was my trip to Africa.